Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That's where the cowbell really comes in. That's when that really sets everything free. Everything goes into motion. That's when I'm in full groove. I don't know. Maybe I didn't do a great job, but if you're at least 40 years old, I'm going to assume that you picked up that was the Sanford Son theme song. Yeah, buddy knows, Mr. Pants, fully aware of it. Because I've been playing it, not on a loop, per se. It's not automatically repeating, but I have been sporadically telling Echo to play the Sanford Son theme song pretty much back to back anytime I've been upstairs for the last 30 hours, roughly, somewhere in there. God, I feel great though. I mean, it's just, if you're playing the Sanford Son theme song, it's impossible not to be moving, and then you got to be happy. I'm up there doing dishes. I got fucking Sanford Son going. Shit's getting washed, man. And yeah, just made some pizzas. Got a pizza kit, so pre-done crust and whatnot. Yeah, those are finishing up. So I thought I'd come down here and kill the last few minutes while it is finishing up. Let's go to the platter, huh? It's a little quiet in here, don't you agree? You'll see over here I've got honky tonk percussion. I've never actually heard this, but it's from a whole series of, oh, where are they here? Oh man, I got more than I thought. This, oh, and one of them, disappointingly, was just a cover. But a dynamic directional Dixie. Here it is. The Persuasive Percussion. 66. There's a whole series. I want to say 65, 67. Mr. Percussion. I'm assuming this looks like all very similar. Percussion tribute to the big bands. They're really cool. And of course we top off the collection with the mustachioed cherry on top. Honky Tonk Percussion. And I don't know, the armbands seem to signify more barbershop quartet, more ragtimey. I think this predates kind of where country took the honky tonk term and made it mean something very different. Honky tonk percussion here probably in the, I don't know what year. They didn't start really putting them on until like late 60s, early 70s, I think. Yeah, if there were to be a honky tonk album 20 years after that, it would be a vastly different style of music, is what I'm driving at. In so many words. But this thing's kind of a mess. I haven't played it, as I said, so I thought, hey, it's a great time to break out a thing, do a little plug. It's a kit I got. I think it's pronounced EVO. E-V-E-O. Like 20-something bucks. And the little brush, which is fantastic. This shit is great. It's a little tub of like gel, like gelatinous. You basically take the lid off, you sit it on there, and you dip the whole needle right in there. And I mean, I'll show you. You ain't gonna be able to see it. It's too fine. But yeah, maybe you can see the little lines on there. That is the filth that's been removed from my needles. Is to kind of paraphrase an old Steve Martin joke. And take all the humor out of it. You can clean the record and replace all your speakers and everything 8 ways from Sunday. If your needle's dirty, it's still going to sound like shit. So, yeah, this is just a little brush. You're supposed to lightly drift it over the record, because if you put too much pressure and there's dust or hair or something on there, you're essentially dragging it over the entire record and scuffing the surface. Also, you don't want to touch it with your hands. You get your oils from your finger on there, and then you're not actually cleaning the bleeping thing. You're doing the opposite. The nice thing here is I've actually got another cleaner. Hang on. It's called a Spin Clean from Project. A couple little wheels in here, and you can put either a 45 or the full 33 little tub of sauce. down here with some cleaner and you gently spin the whole thing, take it out of there. If you've got filthy old shit stuff covered, like mold and the basement unpleasantness, that's great for it. The problem is these brushes don't actually seal the two chambers, so eventually you just swirl the dirty water over onto the clean side, and your records don't, they can be left with some fucking film that's almost worse than what you started with. So this guy is great for that finishing up. I'm probably good here, because I mean this is, I don't think the people who owned Honky Tonk Percussion were partying really hard, so I think dust is really all I have to worry about on this. But for the demo, let me, apparently you're supposed to take the cleaning fluid and get a couple of good sprays on the brush, and so then again lightly over top of the record, and it's supposed to really get the oil and some of the deeper shit off of there, which it's, I said, once you get the heavy shit off with the big cleaner, this comes in really nice and does the job. I should probably wait for it to dry before I drop a needle on it, but for the sake of my dozen of viewers, I don't have time. You know, we're in a hurry. We don't want to get the Wrath of Todd fine. So without further delay, oh man, sounding crispy on the platter. And that good warm feeling right in this general region. Oh yeah, very stereo heavy. This is a lot about the recording technique and different things you could do in a studio. Even, I believe this has got to be 4-track. But yeah, it's really more of a production deal to kind of show you what you can do. What's this racist shit? Red Wing. Anyway. Yeah, the whole percussion series. I found them all in thrift stores. They're pretty sweet. Yeah, I didn't really have a point to the episode, so I guess this is it. I recommend a quality cleaner. Maybe you haven't noticed I've got the Radio Mofo sticker on the tap. I wanted to have my Greg Cody Show podcast with Greg Cody on this tapper. I had it up here on the wall. It fell off and my basement flooded and it got ruined. And now I'm very sad. I'm thinking maybe I'll send another self-addressed stamped envelope to Greg. Maybe he won't notice that. He won't notice me double dipping. I'm sure he's not aware of it. But yeah, as I said, I was really hoping to have that right there. I had 3 of these stickers I got from Greg. One's on the beer cooler, and when I say cooler, I mean the beer where all the kegs are stored. As I noticed, was it Yeti Blanc is the producer of his podcast and does some of the social for him, and he had mentioned that, oh shit, I just totally lost track of it. But he had mentioned how many people were putting Greg stickers on their coolers. And I thought, shit, when I mentioned it, I also used the word cooler. That's totally misleading. That's not something you drag to the beach with your sandals. That's a machine housing gallons of beer. I think my capacity is, right now I think I'm around 13. I could add another 3 in there probably, so we geared up to 15 gallons. It's a nice little contraption I built myself. And I put my Greg Cody sticker on that. And then the second one got ruined and the third one fucking disappeared. So basically, yeah, I was hoping to have that there. Is fucking burbs. Oh man, yeah. Oh no, I've just noticed the Wrath of Todd fine. If you are not familiar with the show, I've got a time limit to drink my drink, and if it is still here when the episode is over, I owe $1 into this dapper looking bucket right over here. So I'm going to try to avoid that here with this 50-50 County K Ale and Ron Toberfest. You see that a little bit of that amber The amber hue on there, it's that's the Rontoberfest Marzen coming through. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe we picked a bad example. F word. Well, this is the kind of content that you can only get here. So while I take a vigorous pull off of this monstrosity from the triumvirate of taps here at Third Generation Brewing, you can take a second and click subscribe. Subscribe? Subscribe. Hey, you want to subscribe? Like, swallow that B, just eat the fucking thing. No, subscribe. Use all the letters and do the thing. You don't get anything extra, but except at the beginning. Oh, I gotta do the intro. Hey, welcome to Drinks with Ron. I'm Ron. Hey, everybody. When that happens, it's, you know the drill. You're used to it. So just subscribe and get this quality, ragtimey, beer-swilling content. Yeah, that is not the kind of honky tonk I was thinking. All right, that was pretty good. Better than this, honestly. You know what? I gotta go back to my Sanford Son theme song. This really took the groove out of my night. Well, I gotta go recapture my groove, so I'm gonna get out of here and do that. So for Drinks with Ron, I'm Ron, signing off.